What's up, everyone? It's your brain Shanae. Today I'll be sharing with you pretty much all the books that I'm planning on putting on Pango, and as I'm recording this they are already posted on Pango, and all of these are special editions. So not only am I sharing with you what I'm putting on Pango books, this is pretty much a book unhaul. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first book that is a special edition, and all these are signed by the author, mind you, is Yellowface by Rebecca F. Kuang, you know, R.F. Kuang, that had wrote The Poppy War and Babel. I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. It wasn't necessarily my favorite, but I appreciated the story and, you know, giving us this awareness. So I really did appreciate it, but I felt like it needs a new home. So this is a book that this book is going to be on, or is, excuse me, on my Pango books already. And like I said, this is the Waterstones edition, so it is signed by her. And this is what it looks like with the sprayed edges. And it looks like that. And here is her signature. So yes, this is going to be, or is on my Pango, and give you a little detail of what the book looks like. It's in very good condition, so it's like new. But yeah, so this is a book that's on my Pango. And also my Pango link is going to be down below in the description. The next book that I'm unhauling is going to be Lady Macbeth. It's by Isabel Schuyler, and this is a Waterstones edition, and it's signed by the author. So this is what the book looks like. And if you open it, here's where she signed. And if I take the dust jacket off, this is what the book looks like. So yes, this is another book that I have posted on Pango, so definitely check it out if you are interested. And there's no spray edges with this, so just FYI. The next book has been on my shelf for a very long time. When I heard about the book, I was really excited to read it, but now that it's been on my shelves for months now, I felt like I didn't feel like I wanted to read it anymore or had the interest of reading it. So I have placed it on Pango, and that is The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. This is the Fairloot edition, so it has purple sprayed edges. And here is the end papers right here. So you have that, and then you have this on the other side right here. And this is what it looks like with the dust jacket off. And on the back it says neither here nor there, but long ago. Here's that. And like I said, it is signed by the author. So yeah, I just lost interest in this book, and I felt like, okay, it needs a new home. I know somebody else will appreciate this book. So yeah, this is also on my Pango as well, right here. Next book, I honestly had no interest in reading it once I found out that it was going to be in the box, which this is a Luminaries edition. And this is The Drowned Woods by Emily Lloyd Jones. So here is this. Here is the edges, mind you. And if I do this, take the dust jacket off, this is what the book looks like. It's a beautiful blue, and it has a reversible dust jacket as well. So there you have that. And like I said, all these books are signed by the author. So here we have it. So like I said, these books need new homes, you guys. They've been on my shelves for quite some time, and it's time for them to have a new home. So like I said, if you're interested, make sure you go on Pango and get the books that you want. So here's the next book that I have on Pango. The next one is In the Lives of Puppets by T.J. Klune. It's already on my Pango. This is the newest book that was just released, I think last month or 2 months ago. And this is the Fairloot edition. So these are the stenciled edges right here. And of course, like I said, it is signed by the author, but also look at the end papers. That's beautiful. And then you have this right here as well. But yeah, I figure like it needs a new home. And also if you take the dust jacket off, this is what it looks like. So there you have that. And I have not read any books by T.J. Klune. People are like, why? I'm just like, I honestly have no interest. Maybe one day, but not today. But I know a lot of people love them, but just not, I'm not a huge fan just yet. Maybe one day, like I said. But this is another book that I'll be placing on my Pango. The next book, which I was really intrigued by this book. I absolutely love what they did with the edges for this book, and it's beautiful. And this is the Illumicrate edition, and I love the cover, but it's like, if I'm not going to read it, I don't need it. So here we have it, The Luminaries by Susan Dennard. So this is, like I said, the Illumicrate special edition. It's signed. Here are the end papers as well. Here are the edges, which you get a closer glimpse of it. And if you take the dust jacket off, this book looks exactly like this with the wording. It says, The Comprehensive Guide to Hemlock Falls Nightmares. So yeah, like even with the book and what it's about, I thought it was interesting. Because it even has a blurb by Lee Bardugo. It says, Hemlock Falls isn't like other towns. You won't find it on a map, your phone won't work here, and the forest outside town might just kill you. It says, Winnie Wednesday wants nothing more than to join the Luminaries, the ancient order that protects Winnie's town and the rest of humanity from the monsters and nightmares that rise in the forest of Hemlock Falls every night. Ever since her father was exposed as a witch and a traitor, Winnie and her family have been shunned. But on her 16th birthday, she can take the deadly Luminary Hunter trials and prove herself true and loyal and restore her family's good name or die trying. But in order to survive, Winnie must enlist the help of the one person who can train her, Jay Friday, resident bad boy and Winnie's ex-best friend. While Jay might be the most promising new hunter in Hemlock Falls, he also seems to know more about the nightmares of the forest than he should. Together, he and Winnie will discover a danger lurking in the forest no one in Hemlock Falls is prepared for. Not all monsters can be slain, and not all nightmares are confined to the dark. So yeah, here's another beautiful book that is going to be on my Pango. Next, it's been on my shelves for quite some time, and it's time. And that is Violet Made of Thorns. This is by Jenna Chen. This is a beautiful cover. If I take the dust jacket off, it looks like this. So that's beautiful. And here are the end papers as well, right here. And like I said, it is signed by the author. And this is what the edges look like as well. And it has a little bookmark, a ribbon bookmark in there as well. And I thought this was a pretty good, I haven't read it, now mind you, but I thought this would have been a great book for me, but then I just never ended up reading it. But for this book, it says, Violet is a prophet and a liar, influencing the royal court with her cleverly phrased and not always true divinations. Honesty is for suckers, like the oh-so-not charming Prince Cyrus, who plans to strip Violet of her official role once he's crowned at the end of the summer, unless Violet does something about it. But when the king asked her to falsely prophesy Cyrus's love story for an upcoming ball, Violet awakens a dreaded curse, one that will end in either damnation or salvation for the kingdom, all depending on the prince's choice of future bride. Violet faces her own choice, seize control of her destiny, no matter the cost, or give in to the ill-fated attraction growing between her and Cyrus. Violet's wit may protect her in the cutthroat court, but they can't change her fate. And as the boundary between hatred and love grows ever thinner with the prince, Violet must untangle a wicked web of deceit to save herself and the kingdom or doom them all. And it says, a darkly enchanting fantasy debut about a morally gray witch, a cursed prince, and a prophecy that ignites their fate-twisted destinies. It says perfect for fans of The Cruel Prince and Serpent and Dove. So, like I said, if you're interested in this book, definitely check out my Pango. Next book, which this is, I believe, an Illumicrate edition, is Some Desperate Glory by Emily Tesh. Here are the edges right here. Here is the book. Here are the end papers as well. And this is what the book looks like when you take the dust jacket off. Here's the other end papers right here. So yeah, I wasn't interested at all with this, and but I got the box anyway. But it's a pretty cover. So I mean, obviously it's sci-fi fantasy. So if you're interested, definitely check it out. Next book, had this for a while. Don't plan on reading it. So here we are. And so this book is Poster Girl by Veronica Roth. So we have this, and these are the edges. Want a close look. This is what it looks like. And if here's the end papers. This is what it looks like when I take the dust jacket off, which says what's right is right. So we have that. Here's the other part of the end papers as well. Yeah, so wasn't really interested in this book, but I thought like from what this synopsis says, I thought it was pretty interesting. So if you are interested in this book, you know what to do. Next one, have no desire to read it. So it's on Pango. So that is City of Nightmares by Rebecca Schaefer. I do like the little cover. Like, I love the pink and everything. And then you have the edges as well. And then if you take the dust jacket off, here's the end paper. Here's what the book looks like when you wrap it around. And of course there's dinosaurs in it, which is cool. And here's other end papers as well. And of course signed by the author. But I thought the synopsis was pretty interesting. It says, ever since her sisters became a man-eating spider and slaughtered her way through town, 19-year-old Ness has been terrified of some other nightmare murdering her, and terrified of ending up like her sister. Because of Newham, the city that never sleeps, dreaming means waking up as your worst fear. Whether that means becoming a nightmare that's monstrous only in appearance, or transforming into a twisted, unrecognizable creature that terrorizes the city. No one is safe. Ness will do anything to avoid becoming another victim, even if that means lying low among the friends of the Restful Soul, a questionable organization that may or may not be a cult. But being a member of this maybe cult has a price. In order to prove herself, Ness cons her way into what's supposed to be a simple job for the organization, only for it to blow up in her face, literally. Tangled up in the aftermath of an explosive assassination, now Ness and the only other survivor, a nightmare boy who Ness suspects is planning to eat her, must find their way back to Newham and uncover the sinister truth behind the attack, even as the horrors of her past loom ominously near. So yeah, it sounds intriguing. On the back it says, face your fear or become your nightmare. So there we have it. This is another book that is on Pango. Next, we have The Whispering Dark by Kelly Andrew. It's been on my shelves for a while. It's time to find a new home. I think this is a Fairy Loot edition. Oh, this is a Lumicrate edition. So if I take the dust jacket off, here is the end papers. It's a reversible dust jacket. And here's what the book looks like. So here's some end papers, and here's some other. And then here's also the edges. So that's what it looks like. So there is this. I have two more books to share with you all. The next two books, so somebody had ordered the second book already. So I just have the first book and the third book in this series. So the first one is The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. I had read these books earlier this year, and I was like, it's okay. But I'm not a huge fan. But yeah, so this is the first book. Like I said, someone had already purchased the second book in the series. But this is what it looks like. And these are the Fairy Loot editions, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's Fairy Loot. So here is that. They don't have any special end papers or anything on it, but it is signed by the author. And I think, let's see, and it has a reversible dust jacket. So, and this is what the book looks like without the dust jacket. So we have that and a reversible dust jacket. And then this is the third book in the series that recently came out. That is The Blood Trader, so by Lynette Noni. So this is the third book in the series, and here are the edges. Okay, and then if I take the dust jacket off, this is also a reversible dust jacket to match with the other book. And here is that. So there you have it. These are all the books that need new homes, you guys. And yeah, so not only am I posting these on Pango, but this, like I said, is a book unhaul, because it's just, I don't plan on reading any of these, or if I have, I just don't feel like they should be on my shelves right now. But yeah, so I have a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 books available on my Pango. And like I said, the link will be down below in the description, so check it out. I really hope you enjoyed this this unhaul. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button and that bell to be notified when I upload more videos in the future. But thank you all for watching, and I hope you all are staying healthy and staying safe. See ya.